do you think of this trick?
Thinking of crossing the marshes? Then it'll probably be safer for you to get a chocobo. That way you can zip through the marshes with the chocobo. It's the only way to avoid being attacked by the Midgar Zalem. Midgar Zalem? It's a serpent-like creature over 30 feet tall. It detects the footsteps of anyone in the marshes. And then, bam! It attacks. To avoid that, buy a chocobo at me and Choco Billy's Chocobo Farm. To purchase a chocobo, please talk to my grandson. He's in the chocobo stables at the far right end of the farm. looking for an inn?
I'm not interested. Yeah,
How about 100 gil a night?
I'm okay. Sounds good.
Thank you for your patronage.
Handle this?
Make it quick.
Feeling good?
Love me a challenge.
Don't get cocky. Did Sephiroth do this?
this looks like...
You know who I am? Well then, this won't take long. It's hard to explain what the Turks do exactly.
Abducting people?
To put it negatively, you could say that. But there's much more to it these days.
Sir? I've noticed that you don't like speeches. Please, allow me.
Thanks.
I'm Elena, the newest member of the Turks. Thanks to what you did to Reno, we're short-handed. Although I guess that's why I was accepted into the Turks. In any case, our orders are to determine where Sephiroth is going and to make your life difficult every step of the way. Hang on, it's the other way around. You're the ones getting in our way!
Elena, you've said more than enough.
Mr. Sung?
They don't need to know our business.
Sorry, sir.
I've already assigned you to another mission. Go. Report back as instructed.
Yes, of course. Very well. Root and I will track Sephiroth. We're heading to Junon's harbor.
Elena, do you have a hearing problem?
Go! Fuck. I'm sorry.
Now go. Don't let Sephiroth get away.
Yes, sir.
Reno sends his warm regards. He's hoping to meet you again, after the wounds heal up. Now that you're best friends, he wants to share his new weapon with you all.
Well, Aerith, it's been a while. Now that Sephiroth's reappeared, as far as Shinra's concerned, you're no longer a priority.
What are you saying? That I should be grateful to Sephiroth?
No. Only that we'll be seeing less of each other from now on. Take care of yourself.
Strange, hearing that from you.
And I would very much appreciate it if you'd all stay out of Shinra's way.
Our people have been in armed struggle for a long time. We've taken root here and vowed to keep on fighting. Whether you can spare the time, please, come lend us a hand. We don't want to be unreasonable. If you're busy with something, why don't you tend to that first?
I guess we can help.
Great! Come on up and we'll brief you.
Not every day you see people climbing up here. Huh? What's wrong with your eyes? Sorry. Listen, this is about to turn into a battlefield with Shinra. You best go back if you don't want to get involved.
What are they doing here?
What do you mean, a battlefield?
Looks like you're also having problems with them. You came here after all. Will you hear what I have to say? Is it Did you notice anything on the top of this mountain?
Huh? Something's up there.
A huge bird?
A reactor. And a condor.
Well spotted. Yes, it's a reactor and a condor. It seems Shinra can't abide having a condor on top of the reactor.
It's just a huge bird, yeah? So why are they using force?
Why?
It seems there's some sort of special materia in the reactor. And because there's a condor in the way, Shinra have rushed their army here to deal with it. The army's objective is to eliminate the condor and those living here. The condor is forming an egg. It only lays one every few years. We want to protect them both from Shinra.
New life, huh?
I'll do it. I'll protect them from Shinra.
We have to protect the condor's egg.
The thing is, we don't have the resources to fight Shinra directly. That's why we hired mercenaries to help us. As a sponsor, you can assist us with money or by fighting alongside us. What do you think? Will you join us in our struggle?
Hey, what's to think about? We gotta do it.
Cloud, I think we should help them.
Yeah, we'll sort it out.
Let's do our best.
Oh, that's right. The store owners will sell you all manner of things now. Feel free to use our beds too.
You hang in there. Do your best.
Should we rest?
Thanks for accepting. The enemy's climbing the mountain. The target, the Mako reactor. To counter them, we set up traps and hire mercenaries. That's about all there is to it. Sadly, the village is broke. We want to fight, but without the funds, we haven't got a prayer. Costs around 400 gil to hire one mercenary. So hiring 20 mercenaries can cost as much as 8,000. To cut a long story short, we need your money to hire mercenaries, buy and set the traps, and to give out orders. If you can't spare the time, we'd sure appreciate the funds instead. The more money we receive, the better equipped we'll be to deal with Shinra. We know we're asking a hell of a lot. We've sent our loved ones to another village who stayed behind to face the fire. Anyway, let's get right to it. If the enemy reaches this shack, you'll have to fend them off yourself in direct combat. Now, if you lose once or twice, it won't be the end of the world. But if you keep on losing, it'll get rough. Do you have any questions?
You next, Andy, that's it.
Hey, it looks like you got here just as they started their climb. There aren't too many. Can you handle it? Are you ready?
Okay, ready.
There are 10 enemies this time around. Many of them appear to be beasts, so you may want to deploy more attackers. Wow, that was great! Shinra will be back though, you can bet your life on that. We don't know when they'll send the next wave, so check back every so often. Some allied units remain, so I'm returning some gil. Oh, yeah, I found something cool out on the battlefield. I hope it'll come in handy.
Might want to try that again.
Gotta dig deep for this one.
Damn it!
coming at you hard and fast!
Get ready!
Man, I can't believe I lost. You spiky-headed jerk! Try that again! One more time!
I'm not.
Thinking of running away? Stay and fight! Fight, I say! Come on! What's the matter? Scared of me, huh? Just as I thought. But what can you expect with my kind of skills? Good luck to you guys. If you feel up to it, we can go for another round later. Bye! I'm leaving now. I mean it.
Wait a sec.
What is it? You still after something? Ah, so that's it. You need my help because I'm so tough. You want me to go with you, right? Thought so. You put me on the spot. What should I do? If you want me that bad, I guess I can't refuse. Alright, I'll go with you.
Okay, let's get going.
Hey! Wait, I haven't even told you my name! I'm Yuki. Pleased to meet ya. That went well. 今からそれしかないね。はっはっ